Imagine a house, sturdy, well-built, and seemingly unshakable. It has stood strong for decades, weathering storms and the passage of time. But beneath the surface, where no one looks, a slow leak begins. A crack in the pipes, a weakness in the foundation. Doesn't seem like much at first. Just a drip. Then a trickle. And by the time anyone notices, the damage is already extensive. The walls weaken, the floors shift, and suddenly, the structure that seemed so unbreakable is at risk of collapse. This is exactly how kidney disease sneaks up on so many people. The kidneys are silent workers, filtering 50 gallons of blood every single day without complaint. They don't make a fuss, they don't demand attention. Until one day the damage is already done. A person feels a little more tired than usual, their ankles swell slightly, maybe their blood pressure rises, but they brush it off. It's just age, they think. Just a bad week. But inside, the kidneys are struggling, overworked, burdened by years of unnoticed wear and tear. The lesson here is profound. Just because you don't feel something breaking doesn't mean it isn't happening. People take their kidneys for granted because they don't get a warning bell like chest pain for heart disease or shortness of breath for lung issues. But by the time symptoms appear, the battle inside has already begun. And that's why small preventative actions like eating the right fruits, drinking enough water, and reducing processed foods are so much more powerful than waiting for a crisis. Why wait for the flood when you can fix the leak before it destroys everything? It always starts the same way. Routine checkup. A doctor glancing at lab results. Pause. That small, almost imperceptible pause before they look up and say, "We need to talk about your kidney function." It's a phrase that can change a life in an instant. The words hang in the air, unfamiliar yet deeply unsettling. Kidney function. That wasn't even on the list of things to worry about. But now, suddenly, it is. The emotions flood in. Shock, confusion, maybe even a little anger. "But I feel fine," they say. "I don't have any pain." And the doctor explains what so many people don't realize. By the time kidneys send out distress signals, they're already in trouble. It's not like breaking a bone where the pain is immediate. Kidney disease is slow, creeping, a thief in the night that steals health without a sound. And then comes the regret. The memories of fast food meals, the extra salt on the fries, the sodas that seemed harmless enough. The realization that the body has been whispering for years. Subtle signs, little warnings, but they went unheard. Now it's time to listen. But here's the good news. A wake-up call isn't a death sentence. It's an opportunity. Many people, when faced with that moment in the doctor's office, make a choice. They start drinking more water. They swap out processed foods for whole, natural ones. They introduce fruits like cranberries, watermelon, and lemons into their diets, not as a punishment but as a gift to their bodies. They reclaim control. And months later, they return to that same doctor's office with a different story. The numbers have improved. The swelling has gone down. The blood pressure is more stable. And this time when the doctor speaks, the words are different. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. The lesson here is simple but powerful. A wake-up call is only scary if you ignore it. If you act on it, it can be the start of something better. Asterisk asterisk. For many, the scariest part of kidney disease isn't the diagnosis. It's what it represents. It's a reminder that time is passing, that the body isn't invincible, that something they never thought about before is now something they have to manage for the rest of their lives. And that's a hard truth to face. There's an emotional weight to chronic conditions that people rarely talk about. It's the exhaustion of managing medications, the frustration of reading food labels, the fear of every doctor's visit. It's the way people suddenly feel older, not because of their age, but because of the burden of something they can't just fix overnight. Many who struggle with kidney disease also live with diabetes or high blood pressure, both of which are silent threats to kidney function. It's like carrying an invisible backpack, filled with concerns that only get heavier over time. Every slice of pizza comes with guilt. Every skipped workout feels like a failure. Every ache and pain sparks the thought, is this getting worse? But there's another side to this story. There's the person who, despite the weight of their condition, decides to take action anyway. The person who starts their morning with a glass of lemon water, knowing that every sip is helping their kidneys stay strong. The person who chooses watermelon over chips, cranberries over sugary desserts. There's power in taking control, even when the situation feels out of control. It's about shifting from "I have to do this" to "I choose to do this." Because when people reclaim their health, they reclaim their freedom. And that emotional weight starts to feel just a little bit lighter. Picture this. A man in his 50s, someone who has always prided himself on his strength. He's worked hard all his life, providing for his family, pushing through exhaustion, rarely thinking about his own health. But one day he gets a call from an old friend, someone he used to play sports with, someone full of life and energy. But the voice on the other end isn't full of life anymore. It's tired, worried. The friend is on dialysis now, tethered to a machine 3 times a week. His body no longer able to keep up. The conversation lingers in the man's mind for days. The idea that this could happen to someone he knows, someone his age, someone just like him, it's unsettling. He starts reading, researching, learning about kidney function, hydration, diet. He realizes that his soda habit, his processed food intake, his lack of water, all of it has been leading him down the same road. But now he has something precious. A second chance. He starts making small changes. More water, less soda. More fruit, less salt. Asterisk, it's not about being perfect, it's about being better. And with every choice he feels something shift. More energy, less brain fog. His next checkup shows improvement, and for the first time in years, he feels in control of his health. The lesson here is one of hope. It's never too late to change. It's never too late for a second chance. Asterisk. In a world obsessed with quick fixes, pills, surgeries, trendy diets, we often forget that the most powerful medicine doesn't come in a bottle. Grows on trees. It's plucked from the ground. It's the food we eat every single day. Take cranberries, for example. A handful of these small, tart berries can help prevent infections, fight inflammation, and protect the kidneys. Yet how many people dismiss them as just another fruit? Or watermelon. 90% water, yet packed with nutrients that hydrate, cleanse, and support kidney function. And lemons. Tiny but mighty. Their citric acid dissolving kidney stones before they even have a chance to form. Food is more than just fuel. It's medicine. It's protection. And it's time we start using it that way. Because the right foods don't just feed the body, they heal it. There's something about becoming a grandparent that changes the way people see their health. It's no longer just about feeling good for yourself. It's about being there for the moments that matter. Picture a grandmother, holding her newborn grandchild for the first time. That tiny hand wrapped around her finger, the soft cooing sounds, the fragile weight of a new life resting in her arms. It's enough to make her heart swell. But along with the joy comes a quiet promise she makes to herself. I need to be here to watch this child grow. Suddenly, health isn't a distant concern. It's urgent, it's real. The idea of missing a grandchild's first steps, school plays, graduations, and weddings becomes a painful thought. The same person who once shrugged off aches and pains now finds herself reading about kidney health, realizing how vital these small, bean-shaped organs are to her well-being. She learns that cranberries can ward off infections, watermelon keeps her kidneys hydrated, and lemons help prevent kidney stones. All simple, natural remedies that don't require a prescription or a complicated routine. Every glass of lemon water becomes a quiet promise. I will be here. I will stay strong. Asterisk. This isn't just about adding years to life. It's about adding life to those years. Because what's the point of growing older if you're too sick to enjoy the people you love? It's not just a health choice. It's a choice to be present for the next generation, to dance at weddings, to clap at recitals, to leave a legacy of strength and care. The lesson here is powerful. Taking care of your kidneys isn't just about you. It's about the people who love you and want you around for as long as possible. There's a strange comfort in routine. The morning coffee with extra sugar, the nightly bag of chips while watching TV, the diet soda that seems harmless because, well, it says 0 calories on the can. These habits feel familiar, safe, like old friends we rely on at the end of a long day. But what if those routines are quietly betraying you? Many people don't realize that those seemingly small indulgences, the extra salt, the sweetened drinks, the lack of hydration, are slowly wearing down their kidneys. It's like a dripping faucet in the night, quiet, consistent, and destructive over time. And because the damage doesn't scream for attention, most people don't change a thing. Then comes the moment they can't ignore. A doctor pointing out rising blood pressure, swelling ankles, or unexpected fatigue. That's when the comfort of routine turns into fear. Suddenly, the daily soda doesn't seem so harmless. The extra salt tastes more like a threat than a treat. But here's the twist. Routine doesn't have to be the villain, it can be the hero. What if, instead of soda, your new habit was a glass of lemon water? What if your evening snack became a bowl of watermelon slices? What if your morning routine included a handful of cranberries sprinkled over yogurt? The key is transforming your habits, taking those moments of comfort and filling them with choices that heal rather than harm. You don't have to give up the joy of routine, you just have to reshape it. Because the real comfort comes from knowing that your daily choices aren't leading you toward dialysis, they're leading you toward a longer, healthier life. There's a unique kind of fear that comes with the word dialysis. For many, it feels like a life sentence, being tied to a machine hours at a time multiple days a week. It's not just a medical procedure, it's the loss of freedom. People who once traveled without a second thought now have to plan their lives around treatment schedules. Family dinners, vacations, even simple errands become complicated. The fear isn't just about the process, it's about what it represents, a life dominated by kidney failure. And yet, that fear can be a powerful motivator. It can push people to make the changes they've been putting off for years. The story often starts the same way. Someone goes to the doctor and hears the words, "You're heading toward kidney failure." The thought of dialysis becomes a looming shadow over their life. But instead of spiraling into despair, some people take that fear and turn it into action. They start drinking more water, not just when they're thirsty but as a daily habit. They swap out salty snacks for fruit, cranberries, watermelon, lemons, all chosen not just for their taste, but for their healing properties. And slowly the numbers start to change. Kidney function stabilizes, blood pressure lowers, and the once terrifying word dialysis starts to feel a little more distant. The lesson here is clear. Fear can paralyze you or it can push you to fight back. Let it be your fuel, not your fate. Imagine a shield, strong, protective, and natural, surrounding your kidneys, guarding them from the silent threats of disease and dysfunction. That shield isn't made of complicated medications or expensive treatments, it's made of 3 simple, powerful fruits: cranberries, watermelon, and lemons. Each fruit plays its role like a member of a carefully balanced team. Cranberries are the warriors, fighting off infections, keeping bacteria from clinging to your urinary tract, and reducing inflammation. Watermelon is the healer, flushing out toxins, hydrating the kidneys, and preventing the buildup of harmful substances that lead to stones. Lemons are the protectors, boosting citrate levels in your urine to dissolve the beginnings of kidney stones before they have a chance to grow. Together, they form a powerful trio that works behind the scenes, strengthening your kidneys without adding stress to your body. And the best part, they're not bitter pills or complicated supplements. They're refreshing, delicious, and natural, the kind of medicine that feels more like a treat than a chore. This trio doesn't just heal the body, it empowers the person. Because when you realize that something as simple as adding a few fruits to your diet can change your kidney health, it reminds you that healing doesn't always have to be hard. Sometimes it's as simple as what you put on your plate. It's easy to underestimate the power of small changes. After all, what difference can a glass of lemon water make? Or a slice of watermelon after lunch? Or a handful of cranberries sprinkled over breakfast? But small changes are like ripples in a pond. One tiny shift in your daily routine can spread outward, affecting more than just your kidneys. That glass of lemon water isn't just preventing kidney stones, it's keeping you hydrated, stabilizing your blood pressure, and improving digestion. That bowl of watermelon isn't just flushing out toxins, it's boosting your energy, reducing inflammation, and protecting your heart. Those cranberries aren't just fighting infections, they're strengthening your immune system and lowering your risk of other diseases. And here's the magic. When you feel better, you do better. Suddenly you have more energy for that evening walk. You sleep a little better. You smile a little more. Your improved health becomes a ripple, inspiring your partner, your children, even your friends to make their own small changes. Because health doesn't happen in isolation. It spreads, it inspires, it transforms. The lesson: never underestimate the power of one small choice. Because one ripple can create a wave of change. Asterisk asterisk. Extra details for your audience. It's easy to feel hopeless when you hear the words, kidney disease. The fear creeps in. Fear of medications, fear of dialysis, fear of losing control over your own health. For so many, it feels like a death sentence, a slow, inevitable decline with no way out. But what if hope didn't come in the form of a complicated treatment plan or an expensive drug? What if hope came in something as simple as a piece of fruit? Every bite of a cranberry is more than just a tart burst of flavor. It's a silent guardian, fighting off infections before they can ever reach your kidneys. Each juicy slice of watermelon isn't just a sweet treat. It's a flood of hydration, helping your kidneys flush out toxins and work more efficiently. And that squeeze of lemon into your morning water. It's not just adding a bit of zing. It's helping prevent painful kidney stones from forming, protecting those vital organs from unnecessary strain. Hope doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a last resort. Sometimes hope is found in the simplest of places. In the foods we choose, in the habits we build, in the small steady changes we make each day. And the best part, every bite is a step forward. Every sip is a promise to yourself. Because every small act of care, choosing a fruit over a processed snack, drinking lemon water instead of soda, is like planting a seed. It may seem small now, but given time and consistency, that seed will grow into something strong. A healthier you, a future where you're not just surviving but thriving. The lesson here is simple. Hope isn't a miracle. It's a choice, and you make it every single day with what you put on your plate. There's a heavy kind of regret that comes from realizing too late that you've been hurting yourself without even knowing it. It's the man who thought his daily diet soda habit was harmless, only to find out it was overloading his kidneys with artificial chemicals. It's the woman who didn't think twice about adding extra salt to every meal, unaware that she was slowly raising her blood pressure and damaging her kidneys in the process. The hardest part isn't the diagnosis, it's the what-ifs. What if I had started taking care of myself sooner? What if I had known that my food choices were hurting my kidneys? What if I had just listened to my body instead of ignoring the signs? Ignorance isn't bliss, it's a thief. Steals time, health, and peace of mind. But the powerful thing about ignorance is that the moment you shine a light on it, it disappears. When you learn that cranberries can fight infections, that watermelon keeps your kidneys flushed and functioning, that lemons break down kidney stones before they start, you are no longer a victim of ignorance. You become aware. And awareness is power. Yes, there may be regret for the past, but there is also a fierce determination for the future. Because once you know better, you do better. The lesson here is clear. Don't let the weight of the past stop you from creating a healthier future. Your next choice can be the one that changes everything. Asterisk asterisk. Health journeys aren't meant to be walked alone. There's something powerful about shared struggles, about knowing you're not the only one trying to make better choices, not the only one fighting to save your kidneys, not the only one trading soda for lemon water or salty snacks for fruit. Imagine two friends, both in their 50s, who used to bond over weekend barbecues and fast food lunches. But after a kidney scare, they start something new. They walk together in the mornings. They swap recipes, like a cranberry smoothie or a refreshing watermelon salad. They remind each other to drink water throughout the day. It's not just about accountability, it's about connection. Because there will be hard days. days when the cravings hit, when the old habits whisper for attention. But having someone beside you, someone on the same path, turns those moments of weakness into moments of strength. The beauty of a shared journey is that success doesn't just double, it multiplies. As these two friends grow healthier, their spouses notice, their children ask questions, their co-workers start bringing healthier snacks to work. One person's choice to protect their kidneys ripples outwards, touching the lives of everyone around them. The lesson here is this: health doesn't happen in isolation, it spreads, it inspires, and it builds a community of strength. There's a particular kind of fear that comes with sitting in a doctor's office, waiting for test results. The ticking clock feels louder. The paper gown feels colder. And when the doctor finally speaks, your whole life seems to hang on every word. For someone battling kidney issues, that fear is all too familiar. The dread of hearing, "Your numbers have gotten worse," or "You may need dialysis." But what about the other side of that story? The victory that comes when you hear, "Your kidney function has improved. Your blood pressure is under control. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." Those words are more than just medical updates. They are moments of triumph. Moments that prove the small, daily choices weren't for nothing. That first glass of lemon water mattered. That bowl of watermelon instead of chips mattered. That cranberry smoothie you drank instead of a sugary soda. It all mattered. Victory doesn't always look like a grand celebration. Sometimes, it's a quiet moment in a doctor's office, a smile breaking across your face as you realize that you are not powerless. You are winning this battle, one choice at a time. The lesson here is this: healing is slow, but every small victory counts. And when you fight for your health, those victories will come. ****. Health isn't just about living longer, it's about what you leave behind. When you choose to take care of your kidneys, you're not just making a choice for yourself, you're setting an example for your family. Your children watch you swap soda for lemon water. Your grandchildren see you picking watermelon over processed snacks. Your friends notice how vibrant you look, how much energy you have. These small choices create a legacy. A grandmother who makes lemon water every morning might inspire her grandchild to do the same. A father who chooses cranberries over candy might influence his son's snacking habits. The choices you make ripple through generations, silently teaching those you love how to care for their bodies. Because health isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. It's about being there for birthdays, weddings, and every beautiful, ordinary moment in between. The lesson here is simple but profound. The way you treat your body today shapes the legacy you leave tomorrow. Be the reason your family knows how to live well. ****.